I'm announcing I will be stepping down from the office of mayor.
That is the surprise announcement shaking up Virginia Beach city government. After decades of public service, Mayor Will Sessoms steps down. And that is our top story this Wednesday night. I'm Regina Mobley.
And I'm David Allen. The mayor's announcement, by all accounts, sudden and unexpected. We have team coverage tonight. 13 News Now investigative reporter Laura Geller dug into Sessoms' work as a mayor. But we've been with Jacqueline Lee live tonight at City Hall.
David and Regina, Mayor Sessoms said this was not an easy decision. He said he loves his job and he loves this city, but now it's time for him to move on to the next chapter of his life. Taking the podium and fighting back tears, Will Sessoms announced the end of a 10-year run as Virginia Beach mayor.
I'm announcing I will be stepping down from the office of mayor.
One-on-one, he said his family was the main factor in the decision. He said he got the idea 3 weeks ago, right before his State of the City address.
Discussed with the family that, you know, if I had the opportunity to go back into the private sector, it's something that I really think I could do.
Sessoms says he now has that opportunity. I asked if it involved Town Financial Services Group. He stepped down as president and CEO back in 2014.
I would be honored to go back to work for Town Bank. I have reached out to them, but I can assure you that there's no formal agreement of any type. And in addition, I do have other opportunities that I'm discussing as well.
But timing-wise, there's still a lot of things unsettled for City Council. Last year, Sessoms' failed arena deal has left the city in the middle of a lawsuit. The results of the racial disparity study have yet to come out, and the city still has to adopt a budget. But Sessoms said challenges aren't new.
But this city has a record of, you know, finding solutions to hard problems, and I know that will continue.
And Mayor Sessoms' last day in office is April 30th. Vice Mayor Lewis Jones will take over as interim mayor starting May 1st, and there will be a special election to replace Mayor Sessoms on November 6th. Live in Virginia Beach, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.
All right, Jacqueline, thank you. Will Sessoms has spent decades in public service.
13 News Now investigative reporter Laura Geller has more on his work at City Hall.
Sessoms is a lifelong Virginia Beach resident. His political career started in 1988 as an at-large member of City Council. Council voted in 1992 to name him vice mayor. He held that position for 10 years. In 2008, Sessoms was elected mayor, beating longtime Virginia Beach Mayor Myra Obendorf. Sessoms was re-elected in 2012. He also worked in banking for many years. He retired as president and CEO of Town Financial Services Group in 2014. Mayor Sessoms has championed several projects over the years. Recently, he has turned the city's focus to redeveloping the Dome site and building a sports center at the oceanfront. Sessoms advocated for light rail, an arena, and a push to land Amazon. As chair for the Hampton Roads Transportation Accountability Commission, he led efforts to fund regional transportation projects. That includes the improvements to the 64-264 interchange in Norfolk. He also created an alternative energy task force to explore new energy sources. Laura Geller, 13 News Now.
So enough of the serious stuff. Last year, Mayor Sessoms took a tandem skydive with then Governor Terry McAuliffe. The pair jumped from a plane and parachuted to the Patriotic Festival at the oceanfront. When the news broke, we posted a breaking news alert on the 13 News Now app. That is how you can stay up to date. It is free for Apple and Android.
Fire sends a man to the hospital. Investigators say this was no accident. Police say they arrested Ryan Pipkin today. He faces arson charges for setting this house on fire. Firefighters were called to Whirlaway Road late last night. When they pulled up, smoke was pouring from the first floor. Medics say one man was burned and had inhaled a lot of smoke. He had to be taken to the hospital. He's accused of setting his house on fire with his wheelchair-bound wife inside it.
Kathleen White Granguth did not make it out of her Norfolk home. Police say Delano Granguth set the fire and murdered his wife yesterday. They arrested him today. 13 News Now reporter Megan Shin found out this isn't the first run-in with the law.
Like a pretty day like this, if he see me sitting out, he would come over and sit down and talk.
Carl Spainhour talking about his neighbor, Delano Grandgruth. Grandgruth now charged with murdering his wife, Kathleen White Grandgruth, inside their home on Wales Avenue.
He was a quick-tempered fella, but I'd never known him to be violent, as far as I could see.
Spainhour describes Grandgruth and Kathleen as friendly people, both of them military veterans.
We don't have a whole lot of crime around here. And
the black marks on Grandgruth's home, a reminder of one of the crimes of which Grandgruth is accused. Norfolk police say besides murdering his wife, he set fire inside the house. When officers and firefighters found Kathleen, she and the chair were on fire. Kathleen died in that chair.
I thought I was going to come over this week to see her and visit, and I'm not going to be able to do that. So
court records show that Kathleen said her husband attacked her in 2013, threatening to burn down the house if she called police. 2 years later, officers arrested him. The case went to court, but a judge found insufficient evidence and dismissed the charges against Grandgruth.
That was Megan Shen reporting. A dump truck slams into an HR bus, causing this mangled mess. 13 News Now on 26th Street in Norfolk. HRT says the truck hit the back of the bus, then went up the side, tearing off the front. Medics checked out 11 people who had minor injuries. While the cones come down after a major road project along Northampton Boulevard in Norfolk, VDOT says crews have finished the I-64 interchange project, and they managed to get it done 6 weeks early. VDOT says the project increases capacity and improves safety at one of the busiest interchanges in Hampton Roads.